Good day, sir. So our topic is all about political system in the Spanish era. The Spanish king ruled the Philippines through a governor-general, a special government body that oversaw matters pertaining to the colonies, assisted the king in his respects. This body became known in many names. The first one is the Council of the Indies in 1565 to 1837, Overseas Council in 1837 to 1863, and Ministry of the Colonies in 1863 to 1898. It is implemented the decrees and legal codes in Spain. Spain promulgated, though many of its provision could not apply to condition in the colonies. It is also exercised legislative and judicial powers. The Governor-General. The Governor-General, as the king representatives and the highest ranking officials in the Philippines. The Governor-General see to it that royal decrees of laws and emanating from Spain were implemented in the Philippines. He had a power to appoint and dismiss public officials except those personally chosen by the king. He supervised all government offices and the collections of taxes. The Governor-General is also an economic planner of the country. All executive power of the local government stemmed from him as a legal patron. He had authority to supervise mission works and oversees ecclesiastical appointments. His yearly salary was Governor-General was commonly a peninsular Spaniard or a Spaniard born in Spain to ensure loyalty of the colony to the crown or tiara. The Governor-General and other government officials had so much power that it was commonly abused. To investigate their abuses, they have three created bodies. The first one is the Residencia, the second one is the Visita, and the Royal Audiencia. Residencia is a special judicial court that investigates the performances of the Governor-General who was about to replace. The second one, the Visita, is the Council of Indies. In Spain, sent a government official called the Visitador General to observe conditions in the colony and directly reported to the king. The third one is the Royal Audiencia, serve as the advisory body to the Governor-General and also one of the bodies that audited the expenditures of the colonial government. The Provincial Government. The Spaniard created local government units to facilitate the country administration. There were two types of local government units, the Alcaldía or the Alcalde or Mayor, and the Corregimiento. The Alcaldía Mayor governed the provinces that has been fully subjugated. The Corregimiento, headed by Corregidor, governed the provinces that were not yet entirely under Spanish control. The Alcalde Mayors represented the Spanish king and the Governor-General also in their respected provinces. They managed the day-to-day operations of the provincial government, implemented laws, and supervised the collections of taxes. Though they were not paid high salary, they enjoy privileges such as indulto de convencio or the right to participate in the galleon trade or the Spaniards trading ships to travel Manila to sell Spaniard spices, porcelains, ivory, goods, and many more, or they traveled China to Mexico to Manila. The city government became cities called Ayuntamiento. It became the center of trade and industry. The Ayuntamiento had a city councilor called the Cabildo. Cabildo is composed of alcalde or mayors, regidors or councilors, alguacil mayors or police chief, escribando or secretary.
Good day, sir. This is the continuation of our topic, which is the political system. So, my assigned topic is about the gobernadorcillo, or known as the governor. So, his duty was a municipal judge or governor in the Philippines during the Spanish colonial period, who carried out in a town the combined charges or responsibilities of leadership, economic, and judicial administration. And also, gobernadorcillo the meaning of his position was honorary and mandatory in order to afford him those valid exemptions signified in the Philippines law. In short, he is the voice of his own town. And one of the duties of the gobernadorcillo or governor exercise command of the towns. They can be act as a judge and even of notaries with defined powers. They also had the right and powers to elect assistants and several lieutenants and alguacils proportionate in number to the inhabitants of the town. And one of the responsibilities of gobernadorcillo is they take an action in criminal cases by collecting preliminary evidence, which they submit to the provincial chief. And then the next is Cabeza de Barangay. Cabeza de Barangay was the head of each barangay, whose main responsibility was to maintain peace and order, and he also collect tribute and taxes in his barrios. So when we say barangay, this is the smallest unit of government, and the responsibilities of the Cabeza de Barangay, they performed many official government duties and execute minor judicial power as a part of barangay justice system, such as settling disputes between neighbors viewed as village elders. They also work formally with a number of organizations, and as a Cabeza de Barangay, their role was to serve as the primary planning and implementing unit of government policies, plans, programs, projects, and activities in the community. So the next is the Guardia Civil and quadrillos perform police duties and help maintain peace and order. So the role of the Guardia Civil, they had the power to improve penalties for the infringements of law and local ordinances. They could arrest people upon suspension alone. And the Spanish colonial government did not bar the Guardia Civil from using torture techniques in interrogation processes. They could also kill suspects without trial if resistance was offered. During the first phase of the Philippine Revolution in 1896 to 1897, the Guardia Civil constituted around 60% of native component of the Spanish military forces in the colony. The last is the alferez. So alferez is the second lieutenant, usually as Spaniards. He headed the corps of Guardia Civil in each town. He is the junior officers, ranked in the militaries of Spain, Argentina, Chile. The rank of alferez was first used by Iberian armies. So during the Reconquista in the Middle Ages or Middle East, being associated to the officer responsible for the carrying of the unit flag. During that time, alferez was the leader of the retinue of the king or high-ranking noblemen. The famous warrior like El Cid was the alferez of King Alfonso the fifth of Castile, and Alfonso Núñez was the alferez of Duke Raymond of Galicia. And that's would be all, sir. Thank you.